Such incredible news for Bitcoin. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. Such incredible news for people shorting Bitcoin. So very happy to see that finally we are getting the ball moving with this. So the DOJ, the DOJ has been cleared to sell $6.5 billion in Bitcoin that was seized from Silk Road. So this has been an ongoing battle where pretty much the DOJ wanted to liquidate the 69,000 Bitcoins that they currently had seized in connection with the Silk Road darknet market. And pretty much a bunch of different companies, crypto companies, of course, wanted to block this. So Battle-Born Investments opposed the sale but failed to block it. Of course, they're going to want to block the sale because, first off, the DOJ doesn't want this shit. They know it's worthless. On top of that, Battle-Born and every other crypto market doesn't want, or platform doesn't want the DOJ to sell $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin because that would be one of the biggest liquidations that we have seen in Bitcoin maybe ever within such a short period of time. So as we could see right off the bat, when this news started to come out, we were beginning to see solid retracements. We were testing 90,000 per coin. Now, again, I don't care if you agree or disagree with this. It's not about what you think. It's not about what I think. I have an opinion where I want Bitcoin to crash. My opinion doesn't mean crap, right? Just like your opinion doesn't mean crap that you want Bitcoin to skyrocket. What matters is the facts right now. And the facts are that they are now all have been authorized to sell approximately 69,370 Bitcoin seized in connection with the Silk Road darknet marketplace, a haul currently valued at $6.5 billion. DB News reported Wednesday. The decision is set to end a year-long legal dispute over BTC Slash. I mean, you can't blame the DOJ. Why wouldn't they want to sell and liquidate nearly at all-time highs, right? And they've been holding these things for such a long period of time, and to them, it's worthless. They just want to be able to liquidate it and move on. On December 30th, a federal judge ruled in favor of the DOJ's request to liquidate crypto assets, the report said. Battle-Born Investments, which had asserted a claim that Bitcoin slashed through a bankruptcy estate, ultimately failed its bid and delay the sale. As noted, the group has pursued a Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, request of seeking the identity of individual X to initially surrender Bitcoin. Pretty much, they're trying to do everything in the power of like, no, don't sell it, don't sell it, don't sell it. Well, why? Because they know, right? We've talked about this before. Bitcoin is notorious for one thing, and don't get me wrong, it's incredibly bullish over a long period of time, but it's also notorious for dumping because every single time that Bitcoin skyrockets, it's not an opinion. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. It's a fact. Every single time that Bitcoin rallies, it crashes. It crashes 70 to 85%. You don't believe me? Look at the numbers. Back in 2017 to 2018, we can see from highs of 19,000 to lows of, 4,000. That's a 79% sell-off. Oh, was that the only time that it pumped and then it dumped? No, it pumped up to highs of nearly 69,000 and then it sold off to lows of 16,000. Well, what's that dump? 75%. Now we're at highs of 108. We have not made new highs. Supposedly this whole initial movement was based off of, Trump and Elon working together and hopefully standing behind Bitcoin. But it looks like Bitcoin is losing some steam, right? I mean, that's an opinion, right? In my opinion, Bitcoin is slowing down. And now all we've been waiting for is a trigger because every single time that Bitcoin crashes, there is a trigger. I think back in 2018, it was a whole BitConnect scandal. 2020, 2021, it was extremely overvalued. But on top of that, then FTX and all these over-leveraged platforms went under. The part that I love about this is that I think this pullback could even be worse than all the other ones. Again, also another opinion. The reason I say this is if we do get the trigger, they do begin to liquidate, and we break below 90,000, all of these over-leveraged, over-margin idiots that purchased that 100, 108 are going to have to get margin call. They're going to have to liquidate their positions and lead to more panic selling. And every crypto guru is going to be like, don't sell, don't sell. Well, you're going to have to because you don't have the money to cover because you went too aggressive at too overbought levels. It's literally the same BS every single time. No one would have these issues if people weren't trading or investing with money they didn't actually have. But everyone only wants to ever talk about the upside, but never wants to talk about the downside risk. Now, again, we're still holding above 92,000. They haven't initially sold just yet, so we don't have to freak out now. But I love sharing this news because it sheds light on the uncertainty, and you will see the uncertainty pisses these Bitcoin bag holders off because they know how risky these levels are right now. If we break below 90,000, we begin to sell off. Not only will this cause, in my opinion, a ton of selling pressure because of panic selling, over leverage, I think that platforms and or huge companies can start going under because of how aggressively invested they are in Bitcoin. My favorite, MSTR, the bullshit crypto company that has traded at 4 times of what it actually carried at one point in Bitcoin. It went from lows of $100 per share to highs of $548. I called it out as a bullshit company. My first video ever was when it was trading at $500, and it's sold off 45% already. It's down to lows of $300. And think about this. All this bullshit company does is it buys Bitcoin. Now, it's great during a bull run because it's making money. Not really, right? But it's just unrealized gains. But as soon as Bitcoin begins to sell off, what do you think is going to happen to MicroStrategy, as it's been over leveraged and incredibly overbought? Investors are going to get worried, right? They're going to force, hopefully, Michael Saylor to sell and lead to more panic selling. Is it going to be the FTX scandal all over again? Again, time will tell. But there is no question this is at the top of my radar as we wait for the trigger. There is no trigger. I'm not here to pretend like there is, but again, there is no trigger confirmed yet. But can this be it? 100%. Because we all know that if $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin begins to be liquidated, we will break right below that 90,000 support and begin to head right back down to 50,000. Do you guys want to know what MSTR's average purchase price is per Bitcoin? 62,000. I love it, because now that means that they will be under, and again, it will prove that just like anything, it's a pump and then it dumps. Not an opinion. I guess I'll let that one sit with you. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. I'm super excited to follow up. I plan to short MSTR tomorrow during our live trading session, and I would love for you to see it live. I trade live every single morning, and it's the second link in the description down below whenever it is that you feel like you are ready to watch me trade live. It's one of our biggest discounts. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and it's designed for complete beginners. Whenever it is that you're ready to tune on in, second link in the description down below, and we'll see you tomorrow at Market Open for our live session. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.